Okay. Anyway, welcome to the Slim&Trim after party. I know the last one, I feel like it cut off a little early. But anyway, here we are. And Emily is here with us, so that's amazing. But we're so excited you guys are here and you jumped on over here. My name is Jill Heileman, and I'm going to be your host for the next couple of minutes. If you just joined us, we are coming right after, like I said, the corporate call. And if you were on there, you heard a little bit about the Slim&Trim system and how people all over the country are experiencing incredible results. Not just weight loss, but also better sleep, more energy, and just feeling better in their own skin again. This after party is where we keep things fun and interactive and real. This is going to be a place where you can ask questions and make sure, actually, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. We have people that are ready and waiting to answer your questions. So throw them in there. But first things first, I want you guys to say hello in the chat and just tell us where you guys are tuning in from. Myself, I am in Dayton, Ohio right now, and thankfully the sun came out today. It is finally blue sky. Hallelujah. But throughout this call, like I said, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. Also, if you're already thinking, okay, I'm ready to do this, well, go ahead and reach out to the friend who invited you and ask them for this special promo code they have so that you can have an additional 10% off for this month. So we want to make this as easy as possible for you guys to get started. So you know what really excites us is that this isn't just about losing weight. Like we said before, right? It's about regaining confidence, having more energy, and feeling like yourself again. So my gut health is pretty great. I've been taking these products for about 10 years, but you know what? I've never taken the Slim&Trim combo. Like I've taken Restore by itself, I've taken Slim by itself, but I actually haven't done all three of them together. And I guess I didn't even know it started yesterday, but yeah, so I'm already 2 days late, but that's totally fine. I'm going to be starting tomorrow, mixing the Restore and the Slim together and taking it all at once. And I'm really excited to see what the results I have. Speaking of results, I would love for you guys drop in the chat. I would love drop a 1 if you are wanting to lose some weight. Drop a 2 if you'd like to have more energy and better sleep. Drop a 3 if you've already started taking these products. And drop a 4 if you're like me and you haven't started them yet. I would just love to see all the different people and where everybody is with that. Okay, so one of the most powerful parts of what we do, of course, we all know, is hearing from people and hearing their stories. So tonight, we're so excited to hear from someone who has personally experienced results with the Slim&Trim system. You heard from her if you were on the corporate call.
I don't know where they are.
And those of you may already know who she is, Emily Roberts. She's a high energy, creative thinker who longed to put those skills to work as a stay-at-home mom. She has 3 kids. She wanted to get back to work, but just not in an office. She signed up during her husband's deployment, and she saw a bigger picture with the opportunity, and she quickly was all in with her journey with Plexus. She's been in this company for about 10 years, and she absolutely loves encouraging women to have more joy in motherhood and marriage. She's used Slim&Trim since 2024, before the combo even had a name. So it's drastically impacted her sugar cravings and allowed her to create new habits. She is a boss at the gym. She's so consistent, and maybe one day, Emily, I can grow up and be like you, even though you're younger than I am. But anyway, please help me and welcome the one and only Emily Roberts.
Hey, y'all, what is happening? Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for inviting me to do this tonight. So you guys saw it first. We did that call for corporate because they were like, listen, they see what you order. They see that Restore is flying off the shelves. You guys, I did a private Zoom with the company president on Friday with tears in his eyes. He was like, You won't even believe the numbers of people ordering Slim&Trim and reordering Slim&Trim. He's like, we can't keep it in stock. And that is a good problem to have for a growing company. You guys, oh my gosh. Okay. Let me tell you what happened though. Are you ready? Like, sure, let's back it up. Okay. 2024 happened. 2 years before 2024, I was at a low, and I had been with this company for a long time. I'd been on the products for a long time, but in my personal life, I was talking the talk, but not walking the walk. You know what I'm saying? For those of you that don't know what that means, it looked like being in a very stressful environment, having some extra wine before bed, maybe a handful of peanut M&Ms from Costco, like you heard me say on that call. I was sugar snacking. All right. When my kids were snacking, mama was snacking, and it started to show up in photos, in the achiness of my knees and my wrists and my fingers. It started to show up in conversation with my husband. I was snappy. I was irritable. I was mean mommy. And it wasn't until a friend of mine took a picture of me on a trip. I'm not talking the pictures that we're really good at. You know, we know how to take the angle photos. Like, we know how to make ourselves look real good. When a friend took my photo with great intention and thought she was capturing a sweet moment, she sent it to me late one night, and I went on a downward spiral. I was like, that can't be me. That can't be me. I am, what? What is happening? And so it was like this reality check, this little wake-up call of like, what are you really doing with your health? Like, what are you really doing long-term that is simple, that you can show other moms that they can do, but also that wasn't going to feel impossible or heavy? Okay, so then I was living on a farm, helping my husband flip this farmhouse. We had cows. I had no business having cows. Do I look like a cow person? Okay, so that was then. So at the end of that year, Plexus Worldwide gave me a call and said, listen, we know that you are very outspoken and you will tell us the truth. Can you trial this 3-day reset for us? So if you've been with Plexus for any amount of time, you know that they have an incredible metabolic reset, and the sweet sauce in that 3-day system is something called Restore. It was so great. Okay. It was so great that it became its own product, standalone product in the canister that's in Slim&Trim in 2024. And what I loved about the 3-day reset was that I saw results. It helped me get back on track with new habits. You cannot simply take a product and think, oh, I'm going to wake up looking like Carrie Underwood. That is not real life. This is not an Amazon Prime body. Okay. God designed this body with intention, and you were uniquely and fearfully and wonderfully made, and you got to respect yourself. Okay. You got to take care of yourself. And I was not doing that. And so what I love about Restore coming out by itself was that we could use more of it, for one, and two, we could play around with these products. So that's what you guys are literally seeing. You have some really, really smart friends of mine that got some people together. They trialed it. They studied and like paid attention to this. How I feel is how I want to feel. And you know, failure is data. If I'm not getting a result, I don't think to myself, this sucks, I'm done. No, that's not what we're going to do here. We think to ourselves, don't like that. I don't like the way that felt. I don't like the way this is going. I need to pivot. I need to change something. So if you're here tonight, you were thinking to yourself, I need to change something. You know, maybe it's that Dr. Pepper habit. Okay. Maybe like me, you had a little sweet tooth and you're looking to change something. So that is where Restore changed everything for me. Okay, remember how I said I was really honest? I actually sent a survey back into Plexus, and I was like, this stuff's disgusting. I never want to drink it. Okay, remember, this was 2022 me. She was drinking Dr. Pepper and eating M&Ms as a meal. Okay, she wanted the sugary sweetness. Okay, as my husband and my mama say, you're already sugary sweet. You didn't need all that. Okay, my husband just rolled his eyes. Anyways, what happened was I stayed consistent anyways. I stayed consistent, period. I did not ever want to feel the way I felt looking at that photo and starting day one all over again. It was really like day 7,732, but like it was day one, you know? And I was like, I'm going to stick with this. So I did. For the next couple of months, I started walking again, drinking water. Millennials, I don't think we drank water for 10 years. So it's real important. We need to drink water. And When Plexus launched her store by itself in 2024 in that canister, again, super smart friend was like, this is how you're going to take it. So when it first came out, it was not Slim&Trim. It was just these standalone products. And we were taking them before dinner, before bedtime. Okay. And a lot of you saw over the course of 8 months, big changes in me. Some of you messaged me on Instagram. Some of you messaged me on Facebook. Some of you were like, who are you? And I want y'all to know something. I literally, if you've never said this prayer, then you've probably never struggled with any sort of eating disorder, whether it's binging or starvation. Okay. I literally would pray every night. God, please just take my cravings away. Please, 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 please. I just don't want to crave sugar. I would wake up and like contemplate, I could go to the grocery store right now and buy a whole birthday cake and nobody would know. Nobody would know. I could just sit in my car. I would literally like just downward spiral think something's got to be wrong with me. So change my taste buds, Lord, please. I was so desperate. Let me tell you something. Restore changed those taste buds. Now, that is not to say I don't enjoy a warm, gooey chocolate chip cookie. No, that is not what I'm saying. We love those, okay? I'm a mom. I have 3 kids. We bake, all right? We have snacks. But what I'm saying is I don't wake up thinking I need a whole dozen of them. And so what I love about this combo is it's not only addressing gut health with the prebiotic goodness of Slim Hunger Control. It's also helping that GLP-1 support. Did y'all know that's not a synthetic shot? That GLP-1 is right here. It's in your gut microbiome. Your incredible body can create this and do such a good job with it that you can feel that satiation, that you can feel control again, okay? Hunger control. We have Slim Hunger Control. We have balance. Those 2 little capsules. I used to explain balance as the pill version of Slim Hunger Control, but that's not doing it a justice. Okay. So the creator and one of the developers of Balance, I'll never forget being in a private meeting on a Zoom, and he was just talking all about this GLP-1. This was years ago. GLP-1, and this is going to be the greatest product ever. And we were just thinking, I don't know. I have ADHD, y'all. And sometimes when people be talking to me and I'm like, I love the color red. Like we lose it. Okay. And so he's saying all these fancy things to me and I just didn't know what that meant until I understood what it meant. And so when we started taking these together, I love Chipotle. Okay. This is my favorite analogy because you go to Chipotle and you have every intention of eating that delicious, yummy burrito bowl. But when you are on Slim&Trim, you take a quarter of that bowl and then you take the rest home because you cannot finish it. You are full. And so I just love how simple it is. So if you're new here and you're like, listen, what? I'm right there with you. I know it didn't make any sense. So what you're going to do, you're going to take that Slim Hunger Control. It's a long pink stick packet. It comes in a 30-day supply. You're going to take one of them. Okay. You're going to take your Restore canister. You're going to get you a little scoop. Okay. You're going to put them together. See, I told you I'm a mama 3 real life right here. These little cutesy cups from Chick-fil-A. This is what I drink my purple drink in. We're not an aesthetic girly. And you're gonna fill it with water. You're gonna do 1 scoop of Restore, 1 stick of that Slim. Get your cute little blender out, blend it up. Okay. If you fancy, you could use Topo Chico, put some little bubbles in it, whatever. I just use water. And if you're feeling sexy, add some ice. Whatever you got to do. Everybody's different. So that is the drink. And what you're going to do is you're going to drink that. You're going to take your 2 Balance capsules before your mid-morning meal. This is brunch/lunch. Brunch/lunch. Remember that. Okay. Everybody's different. Some of y'all be fasting. Some of you are breakfast eaters. Some of you are like, I haven't had breakfast since 1976. Okay. Whatever. Your mid-morning meal, 20 to 30 minutes before that, you are taking this. Why? Because science said so. Okay, don't talk back. I'm like your Plexus mama. Don't talk back. Science said so. So we're going to do this before a mid-morning meal. Okay, you're going to have about 30 grams of protein in that meal. So what that could look like is a grilled chicken salad, maybe grilled chicken, some green beans. It could be a burger bowl. One of my favorite things to have is a pizza bowl with cottage cheese, turkey pepperonis, marinara, and mozzarella. Pop it in the microwave 2 minutes. It's kind of like lasagna. It's kind of like pizza. You are welcome. It's so good. Anyways, that's what I like. 30 grams of protein. That's a good way to start your day with your meals. And here's what is happening. For women specifically, you guys, our hormones are cycling throughout the day. Okay. You're not crazy. I don't care what that man said. You ain't crazy. It's just your hormones, girl. And then your hormones are on a 28-day cycle, right? That's what we're tracking. We are a little crazy 1 week of the month. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. And so what happens with Slim and Trim and just the pink drink in general is it's putting you back to your OG factory settings. The way the good Lord intended is how I'd like to describe it. And so this is where all these incredible stories are coming from because people are like, oh my gosh, my wedding ring fits again. Oh my goodness, I put another notch in my bra. Like, y'all, these are some really great wins off the scale. As much as I love a scale victory, and for some of you, that's going to be significantly impactful for your health. But for those of you that are maybe a little obsessive with the number on the scale, okay, I get it. Sometimes a little too much. But if that's you, I want you to just like hide it, hand it to your partner, hand it to your 8-year-old kid. They'll hide it. They love hiding things. And say, can you just go put this away for me? Because here's why. We are founded in gut health. Plexus is the original gut health company. And so as much as this is a GLP-1 support pack, this is also a gut health friendly pack. And so I want you to really listen to your body, pay attention to how your clothes are fitting, how you are sleeping. Oh my gosh. Anybody over here sleeping like a dad? My husband's sitting over here, so I had to say that out loud. Here. And not just any dads, the newborn dads. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Anyways, so I want you to kind of think about that. I want you to think about what it's going to be like to reach for a glass of water with your meal versus a sugary soda. I want you to think about how you are going to prepare. My kids are having the time of their life in the background. I want you to think about how you're going to prepare your purple drink. Okay. And we hashtag here. I don't care if that's so 2008. We hashtag here. Hashtag purple drink. However you're going to do it, okay? Get you a cute cup. Plexus is really good at getting us cute cups. So like, whatever you got to do, prepare. Prepare for the purple drink. That means you know what you're going to eat the next day, and not because you're obsessively thinking about food, but because you're planning. You're thinking long term. You want Slim and Trim to work 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You know what would really complement this? A 3-day reset. So I just want you to think about and this is what I was thinking about. I cried a lot the first 3 months, a lot, because I felt so hungry. It's called a calorie deficit, right? A lot of you are like, we can't have alcohol, we can't snack, and you're kind of like upset about that. Okay, those are your habits. They're mad. It's okay. Tell them to hush, because this is for future you. This is for the longevity of your life. Okay, you want to live longer, you want to get stronger. Yes? Okay, so what's happening is you're going to think long term, not just a number on a scale, but how you're going to sleep better, how you're going to talk differently to yourself and others because you're feeling confident, you're feeling those changes, right? And when I think back to day one and how tearful I was and kind of hungry because my body was changing, yes, no more crying in the closet. That's exactly right. And I'll never forget, I walked into my friend's boutique and I ordered a pair of white denim jeans. That was my first mistake, but they were so cute. But I got this pair of white denim jeans and I fought for my life to get them on. Okay. I fought for my life to get those suckers on. And that's the picture that you all know and love, where 3 months after convention, I was in my room and I could fit 3 Ozarka water bottles in those white denim jeans. And y'all saw me post that on Instagram and you lost your minds. A lot of you were like, what? And I had no answers for you then. I didn't know what I was doing was this. I didn't know it was Slim and Trim. Remember, it was a la carte. I was working out and excited to do that. I was eating much better choices. I definitely wasn't drinking soda or alcohol anymore. And so all of those things compounded together to give you the results. And if you look at it on paper over the last almost 3 years, you're looking at I think it's 38 pounds. That's the full difference, which doesn't seem like a crazy number, but it is significant on your joints and your knees and the inflammation in your body and how it shows up in photos. Because remember, it was a photo that got me here. Okay. So yeah, and those jeans, we had to donate them. they just went, bleep, they would just fall off. I mean, what do you do with that now? But I went and I saw that friend that owned that boutique, and she was like, I remember you coming in and putting those on and saying, these are going to fit me different in a few months. I'm going to be unrecognizable in a year from now. Like I looked her, sometimes you just got to look in a stranger's eyes and just say weird things to them. And that's what I did. And she is now she's a brand ambassador on our team. She's like, I'm in, girl. Like, I've seen the change in you. I want some of that. So this is why we talk about what we order. Just like you got a really cool paint color from Home Depot, they ain't paying you for this, though. Plex is going to pay you to talk about this with other people. And that is a smart, very intelligent decision that you could make, because what we do blesses people in such an immense way. Oh, my goodness. Y'all were chatting away, and so I don't know if I missed any specific questions. Ladies, did y'all see one that I could maybe answer or help?
No, not yet, Emily. Let's go ahead and blow up the chat, ladies. If you have a question specifically for Emily, blow it up. So I'll read them to you, friend, and then we can kind of tackle it. We've got Cassie, Angela. Let me see who else. We've got some girls here. So if it's specific, then we might have somebody that knows exactly what to ask.
Katie said 30 pounds is 3 bowling balls. Yes. So there's a 30-pound giant wall ball, medicine ball thing at my gym. And the owner was like, you need to hold this. And in one, it's so heavy, right? Just 30 pounds. Like, I mean, have you ever picked up a fourth grader? They're probably about 30 pounds. I'm not around here walking around with a fourth grader, but she handed that to me. And there's a picture of me with it on my hip somewhere on Facebook. And I'm just bawling. And like, I look really happy, but I was just like, this is crazy. And that didn't happen in 30 days, you guys. What happened actually, I think I was down 16 pounds my first full 60 days. And this was drinking Restore actually before dinner, before the scientific protocol switch, the tweak, as we now know. Did you initially gain some weight when you started Restore? I don't think it had anything to do with Restore. I think it had to do with my protein intake, because when you start eating more protein, and I was weight training, but let me back up. When you start eating more protein, it takes the female body 3 to 6 hours to digest protein. And that is just within one meal, like one sitting. Okay. But overall, the body needs 72 hours to work through digestion in general. And so this is why we talk about Probio 5 and BioCleanse often, because your body can hold on to stool, that food can ferment. That's what causes gas and bloat. And so the things that you are eating, I have a hair in my mouth, sorry. The things that you are eating matter. This is why we say, cook your meals. Even if you were to go to Chipotle or, get a grilled chicken breast from Chick-fil-A, the things that they're seasoning and using or whatever can have a really big impact on that bloat. And I want you to know the difference of water retention, bloat versus fat gain and fat loss. Fat loss is when that's why I said put the scale up, because depending on what you eat, depending on your cycle, depending on your stress. I mean, there's just so many things. You guys, you could have a really great bowel movement and the scale will move. Mm-hmm. You could be backed up for 2 days and the scale is going to move. Okay. Like you could get in a fight with your man and the scale is going to change. So listen, you just got to be patient. And that's why I said, literally find your niece, find your nephew, find your grandkid, hand them your scale and say, hide this from me for 90 days. My friend Emily said to do that. Mm-hmm. Just promise me you'll do it. My husband literally put it into kilograms because I ain't going to math. I ain't mathing. He changed our scale to kilograms, so I couldn't check. So I'm like, what is 68 kilograms? I don't freaking know. I ain't doing the math. So whatever you got to do to just protect your heart and protect your mind, because this is a journey. Mine has been nearly 3.5 years. Okay. And I work out 6 days a week now, very hard. So I am a psycho. Like when it comes to this, like it's going to be a little different for those of you just getting started. So please show yourself some grace and some patience. Okay.
There was another one, Emily. There was one that said, should we start slower if we haven't used Restore or HC yet? And I thought that was a good one too.
That is a great one because again, it's added prebiotic fiber. Okay. And so when you are starting anything extra with fiber or your gut health, and if you have an autoimmune issue or something like that, you could do half a packet. You could do half a scoop. You could do half before lunch, the other half before dinner. Your body. You know your body. So if something significantly changes and you're like, it's data. It's like, okay, I don't like that. Let's play with that a little bit. Now, this protocol uses or uses black cherry lime blossom because all the people that were in the trial group that wore glucose monitors did not have a glucose spike. Not a one. The whole group, not a one. But if they use other flavor profiles, they did see a difference. Now, if you would like to test that theory on your own and prove us wrong or change it, by all means, test it, do it. Love to hear it because we love all of our drinks. But that is a great question, Tina. Did I answer your other one? I do use MetaBurn every morning.
There's two others that are saying, should we be eating protein right before Slim&Trim, and then the other is why an apple.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun one. Okay, so let me kind of walk you through my morning because I was someone that stayed up very, very late. I would binge watch shows, read my Kindle, literally find any reason to just have mommy me time. And what I was doing was making my hormones angrier. They needed sleep. They were begging my body for sleep. And so first things first, I set a hard bedtime. You can ask my husband. I will take a sleep gummy by Plexus. I will put on my eye mask and block the world out. And he'll be talking to me and I'm like, gummy's kicking in. Nope, I'm done. And I have my heart at like 9:30. If I'm up after 9:30, this Meemaw's mad. Okay. We had to change that. All right. So that's how we get ready for the next morning. This has not only allowed my body to wake up ready for breakfast, but something intentional. So I prep the day before. I will have a protein shake or a Greek yogurt bowl. And here's why. I go on a morning run and I need a sugary spike to get through that run. Okay. That is just how your body operates when you are doing something cardiovascular. Then I strength train. So after I strength train, I will have my heavier protein. So eggs, turkey sausage, blah, 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 whatever. So this is all between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. for me. Okay. I do Slim&Trim around 10:30, and then I will have my mid-morning brunch/lunch. Remember, that's why we say it like that, brunch/lunch. But I am having protein. I mean, a good 30 to 45 grams, depending on what that looks like by 8 a.m. So whoever asked that, 100%. Now, if you are having a hard time with that, that's normal because you're going to feel full. You're going to have I call it like protein food belly. Some of you are going to be a little gassy. Your spouse might be mad about that, but I promise, trust the process. Drink plenty of water, stay hydrated. Your organs need the hydration, especially your brain. So what was the other part of that? I forgot.
It asked, and I was like, oh yes, Emily, tell us about hubby. Do we have any men's testimonies?
My husband looks great. He hasn't lost a pound. It's all inflammation. So if you see his face on the internet, so cute. But his is strictly water retention inflammation. Isn't that crazy? That's just crazy to me. I'm looking up my notes on the apple to answer your apple question. But if you, Scott's face is somewhere on my Facebook and Instagram. And I think, Jenna, you made a little cool video of the difference. I mean, yes, a little beard trim will help, but I mean, he's sitting in front of me. He was like a full circle and he's got cheekbones. He's got a snatched jaw, like here for it, man. So good. Okay. I'm going to read to you the apple thing. And if you're not an apple girly or a guy, you can have a pear. You could have a carrot. You could have a grapefruit. They got options. Okay. But apples are yummy and easy to recommend. And so every time I was like, a Slim&Trim, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Like that's what I was like telling myself. Okay. So the part of an apple that acts like a binder is pectin. Pectin is a type of soluble fiber found mostly in the skin and pulp of apples. Why? It forms a gel-like substance in the gut, helps bind to bile-like acids and cholesterol. It supports digestion, helps slow down glucose absorption, and it helps with stool formation. It will firm things up if loose because we are having a lot of fiber. We're having a lot, like the prebiotics, all the things, okay? The gel-forming action is what people mean when they say it acts like a binder. Now, this is where BioCleanse and ProBioFiber are still so equally important. They are the Plexus Daily Cleanse and probiotic. And so if you are still using those, or maybe that's what it got you here to Plexus, they're still just as important and you can still take them. The science behind all of this is based on the trial group and how your hormones cycle in a 24-hour period. If you have ChatGPT on your phone and you want to learn, I'm not kidding. You tell ChatGPT, talk to me like I'm in second grade. I want this like second grade comprehension. Tell me why this, because not only does ChatGPT know the Plexus products for the most part, but the information you plug and chug into that and the way you keep talking to it, it will help. I call it mom-splaining, but this is what's helping my brain personally. So if you're someone that's like, man, this is a lot of information, I really want to understand it. Sometimes I still don't understand it, but we're walking, talking proof over here. So we know it works. I think, was that enough info on the Apple or?
I think that's great. And I say like the same thing, plug it in and do your research. I'm a huge advocate, Emily knows too, of do your research. Like that ChatGPT is like, is that what it is? GPT? Whatever.
Yeah, ChatGPT. I want to share a win. So I have two girls. They're my customers that love their gut health system. Okay. And both of them, one of them doesn't have a gallbladder. The other one constantly would get gallstones. And they both messaged me within 24 hours of starting Slim&Trim. And so I was a little panicky and I was like, I don't want to open this message, but I'm so glad I did. You want to hear? Oh, so good. Okay. So the first girl's like, Emily, I'm having a bit of a flare up. I guess I don't have gallstone issues, so I'm not sure. But she said, I'm having a bit of a flare up. I think I'm about to pass a gallstone. And I was like, great. Like, I've never had this issue. Okay. I didn't know it was a bad thing. And she was like, not great, but I think this combo is working. I think it's doing. So what did I do? I went to my boyfriend, ChatGPT, and I said, my boy, what is going on here? Is this a good thing? And it's told me that the gallbladder works with the liver because that's where the bile production happens. And so the gallstone that was passing needed to pass because it was blocking that bile to remove toxins. The liver couldn't do what the liver does best. Anyways, she was like, I thought she was freaking out and she was going to be unhappy that this was happening, but awareness matters and data. Remember? She wasn't freaking out. She was like, oh, this is a liver support. Oh, it's supporting other body parts and organs of mine so that they can work optimally. So that was number one. The one that didn't have a gallbladder at all. She struggled with, oh man, what did she tell me? I don't have it pulled up and I wish I did. I don't know. She struggled with something that had to do her liver enzymes. That's what it was. Someone in the comments said that and it reminded me. She got blood work done like 2 months ago and she started Slim&Trim and she was like, I had to go back in and I just so happened to have started this. And they were like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why is it so different? She was like, I don't know, but I'm gonna go tell my friend Emily. So she texts me and she's like, my blood work was dang near perfect. I've only been in on it for a few days. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you what, every day I wake up to some new message or voice message of someone crying saying, I thought I was broken. I thought my body was working against me. I thought these products didn't work for me. I thought my hormones were sapped, like all of the things. And it's just like in a matter of 72 hours, there's so much can happen in the body in a 72-hour window. Just so cool, you guys. It's so cool. I'm just like, we get to be a part of this movement, man. It's so cool. Okay. Man, customer stage 4 liver disease down to a 2. That is incredible.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. Well, you guys, like, I don't know about you, but let's give like Emily a round of applause. Like, I don't know that you have any more questions. Like, she covered it all, right? Oh, I love it. So you heard from her originally on the previous corporate call, and then you got to dig in deeper tonight with the Q&A. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for giving us your time, for being here. This is a really, really cool opportunity to be a part of Plexus. And we could not do this if it were not for you, our customers or brand ambassadors, because we're in the business of spreading health, hope, and happiness worldwide. So first of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for loving your products. Thank you for loving them so much that you share them, because like you heard Emily say, we share the things we love with the people we love. And so tonight, we're going to do a couple of things. So we are getting so good at this. Like, high five. Angela's going to spin her wheel. We are doing a $10 gift card to Amazon just for coming on the call as a thank you. So Angela, spin that wheel. Here we go. Love it. We have a winner, Christy Denise. If that is you, reach out to Angela. She will make sure that you get your gift card. And congratulations, you guys. Let's all give her congratulations. Let's throw a 1 in the chat for her. She's number 1 tonight. You are all winners, and we are so excited that you're here. So some of you, before we even got started on this call, had already messaged your friend to say, send me the card. What's the deal? And so if you have already ordered your Slim&Trim combo, will you put a 2 in the cart for us? We want to see who you are. We want to know, like, hey, we want to plug you in. We want to make sure you get on the challenge. There's almost 10,000 or maybe over. It feels like it's clicking by so fast. Maybe 10,000 are already in the challenge group. It's a great opportunity for you to get a little more education, to be supported and encouraged. And they have incredible prizes just for getting healthy yourself. Some of you have sat on this call and you might have a couple more questions. We want to encourage you to reach out to the friend who invited you. But some of you now at the end of this call are like, what's happening? I don't want to miss the deal. So we want to make sure that you steal this deal too. So currently right now, we're able to give you an additional 10% off your very first order. Then next month, you're going to get some free samples. And the month after that, you're going to get a whole bottle of free products. There is nothing like, if it's free, it's for me, right? So if that is you, if you're like, send me a card, what do I need? Reach out to the friend, tell them I'm ready. Like, we want to get you started. You do not want to miss out on this opportunity. And it is 1, it's fun. 2, it's simple and it's easy. And 3, it's effective. It's working. I'm in my 3rd week and I'm down 10 pounds. 49 years old with 7 kids, perimenopausal, skin cancer fighter. Like, I'm in the throes of all the things. I gained the weight back that I lost 7 years ago. Hello, perimenopause. I'm regaining my memory. I'm not flushing out mushrooms for marshmallows anymore. I actually remember why I walked into the room. Like, hot flashes are leaving. The night sweats, the sleeping like a baby daddy. Like, this is amazing. And so it is 100% worth it. There's a big discounts on the table for you, and we don't want you to miss the boat. So if you've heard these things tonight and you're like, hey, I love this. I love what it's all about. And I want to know, how do I get my products covered? You can actually get paid to get healthy. So tomorrow night, we have a mastermind class that Anchored offers. And Anchored is a private Christian coaching group for women of all ages and stages of life to come together to learn how to leverage your social media, to get paid to get healthy. But the really fun part is loving and serving others well in the process. So we want to invite you, if you want more information. We offer mastermind classes. We are having training tomorrow night. It is going to be an incredible, fun time. And like I said, there's no better time than right now to get started. So reach out to the friend who invited you tonight. Christy, get a hold of Angela. Make sure that you get your gift card. And we will see you. We'll be back here, the same space, and the same time next week. But hey, bring some girlfriends. Grab 2 or 3 girls and bring them with you. And let's row together. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.